Welcome back to another new video, ladies and lads. In today's video, we at Otaku Sensei will give you some titles that demonstrate the foolish act of judging a book by its cover. We will count down the top 10 anime where the main character is overpowered but drops into the worst rank. It's been a while since our last upload. We're trying to stay motivated and upload more often, and you sure can help by showing love via a like and a sub. At this point, you might think it doesn't matter, but it does matter. Every like counts, and you, my fam, matter.
こんにちは。こんにちは。こんにちは。こんにちは。こんにちは。
これが振り分け試験か。さすがに難しいけど、これならいける。
では始めてください。
We kickstart this list with Baka and Test. The story centers around a boy named Akihisa Yoshi, also known as the Idiot. He attends a school where the students are divided based on the results of their academic scores. The higher the grades, the higher the class, and the better the benefits. Consequently, Class A is filled with the highest scoring students. Therefore, their classroom is filled with many prestigious items that you can't even find in yours truly's own room. Items such as air conditioners, fancy seats, snack bar, etc. But not for long. After being fed up with their shitty conditions, F class rallies behind Yuji, along with a genius girl who also ended up in the same class. F class will battle their higher tier classes in an examination summon battle system, which enables them to summon fantasy characters whose power levels are equal to their test scores. Dude, imagine summoning Pikachu because you suck at math, or hentai main character because you don't know chemistry. I certainly wouldn't mind that. A hentai main character would bang away all the other monsters to defeat.
のたうち回れよこの鉄くず野郎そうまと
In a world plagued by magical dangers and threats, there exist special warriors known as Inquisitors, who are tasked with preventing them. Inquisitors are trained in the Antimagick Academy, where the students are split into small squads to train them to work together. 35th Test Platoon, aka Small Fry Platoon, is one of these squads. But unlike the other talented groups, 35th Test Platoon is a low-ranking squad with incompetent members. However, everything changes when Oka Otori, a powerful yet rebellious former Inquisitor, is forced into joining due to her tendency to break rules and committing a serious violation. Taimadao Gakuen 35 Shiken Shotai, or in English, Antimagick Academy 35th Test Platoon, adapts the first 5 novels of Toki Yanagimi's light novel series, as well as content from the Another Mission side story series, so expect some variation if you read the light novel.
なかなかやるね
In 8th place, we have Black Bullet. Before anything, I have a confession to make. I've watched this show simply because the title sounded cool. That said, the show did have some nice action scenes, and if you're still wondering, the story setting is in the year 2021. A parasitic virus known as Gastria infects humans, then turns them into monsters, reducing human population to near extinction. However, what's left of mankind now lives within walls, isolating them from other parts of the planet. Sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it? COVID virus, people acting like animals for some toilet paper, quarantine. Hell, it's even in the same century we're living in, which comes to show reality can be as strange as fiction sometimes. Anyways, to counter the threat, a team of superhuman female kids, called Initiators and Promoters, fight the monsters alongside other ranked duo teams. Quite honestly, from my experience, Black Bullet is a decent show, entertaining, and it has its moments, so it wouldn't harm me if you add it to the list. Kanata No Astra, aka Aria the Scarlet Ammo, is up. In response to the worsening crime rate, Japan creates Tokyo Butte High, an elite academy where butte, or armed detectives, hone their deadly skills in hopes of becoming mercenary-like agents of justice. Huh? Change 2 letters and butte becomes a try-hard Russian gamer insult. One particular butte is Kenji Toyama, an antisocial and sophomore dropout. Kenji lives a life of leisure, studying logistics to cover up his powerful but embarrassing special ability. When your boner becomes between you and your career goals. But not for long, as Kenji's peaceful days soon come to an end when he runs into an emotional hurricane and outspoken prodigy of the highest rank, Aria Holmes Kanzaki. P.S. To understand that boner joke, you need to watch the show. And if you already watched it but didn't understand it, oh well, maybe it's for the better. To the next entry.
生田が
簡単に話したら化けて出るからね。
ちょっと生田
As mentioned before in a previous list with all the ramen on the sky on it, main character 𝐿ᴇ is my kind of guy. He's a carefree young man who only wants two things in life, a woman on his arm and a place to nap. And according to my not so many IRL experiences, those kinds of people are the best people to hang out with, chill as an autumn breeze. However, they tend to have the shittiest luck, as our boy 𝐿ᴇ here. His world was thrown into chaos when an empire takes arms against the republic he lives in. And although 𝐿ᴇ detests war, he has no choice but to join the ranks, especially when his childhood friend, a very attractive redhead, joined the army themselves. 𝐿ᴇ now has to move up the military ladder, as well as gain the respect of other soldiers so he can protect whom he holds dear in the best and most efficient way possible. In 5th place, we have Tate no Yusha no Nariagi, or as better known, the Rising of the Shield Hero. Rising of the Shield Hero is by far the most known title on the list, so we will go on a limb and assume that you already know the plot even if you haven't watched it. But just in case, here's a quick summary of the show. Main character gets transferred along with 3 guys to another world. The isekai chads are given a certain weapon, which is sword, spear, bow, and shield. Main character Naofumi is an otaku. He becomes the shield hero, armed with only a measly shield. Naofumi is belittled and ridiculed by his fellow heroes and the kingdom's people due to his weak offensive capabilities. Malty Melramak, aka the redhead Thought, is the only person willing to train alongside our boy, but little did he know.
俺も混ぜろやこら
Nearing the top 3, a personal favorite of mine. Problem children are coming from another world, aren't they? Story follows extraordinary teenagers who I shall not name cause who remembers characters' names. Anywho, these 3 musketeers are blessed with psychic powers but completely fed up with their disproportionately mundane lives. Kinda relatable. The mundane, boring life part, not the extraordinary part. Unless you count shit jokes as extraordinary, then stocks. But enough of me trying to be painfully funny, there's a video I need to finish. The trio gets isekai to participate in special high-stakes games using their abilities. The show is highly recommended. The only problem with it is that the end is a cliffhanger with no season 2. Hence, here is where the light novels come. You can continue the series via reading from the volume 2 on, since the anime already covered the first 2 volumes. P.S. The English dub of Problem Children Are Coming From Another World is pretty good.
起立気をつけ
Ansatsu Kyoshitsu is in 3rd place, or as better known, Assassination Classroom, another well-known show and one of my absolute favorites. Assassination Classroom tells the story of Class 3E, students who find themselves confronted with an enormous task: assassinate their teacher or the Earth will be destroyed. Sounds easy and awesome. And after all, that's what every student who failed math, me included, think of. But reality is so often disappointing. Koro Sensei, aka the indestructible teacher, can fly at speeds of up to Mach 20, leaving any attempt to subdue him in his extraterrestrial dust. But what's more impressive is that the tentacled beast is more than just a hentai monster. He's the best teacher they have ever had. At first glance, you would brush this aside as a childish story with no value, but it very much has value as it follows the junior high pupils as they try to stand against the oppressive school system and their life problems. I put that show on the highest of highs for recommendations.
カナタ星島俺がキャプテンだみんな俺についてこい行くぜ惑星マクバ
On the unlikely chance that a billionaire is watching this video, listen carefully to what I'm about to say. In the year 2063, space travel is feasible and commercially available. Please keep commercially available in mind. As the cheerful Aries Spring arrives at the spaceport to attend a camp on a distant planet, her purse is suddenly snatched by a reckless thief. Luckily, the athletic Kanata Hoshijima retrieved it for her, and as luck would have it, he is among the group of teenagers who will be traveling with her. Upon arriving at the campsite, the group's trip takes a turn for the worse when a strange sphere of black light sucks them into a vast reach of outer space. The 9 lost members must cautiously manage their resources, maintain their strength, and unite as one to conquer the darkness of space together. Moral of this story? People will always steal, even in space. Nah, I'm joking. Please be gentle in the comments. Kanata No Astra is a good show, a must add to the list.
枝葉をたどって断りに至れば全てを理解できるそして超えられる
And we finish this list with an ecchi harem because why not? Chivalry of a Failed Knight is at number 1. There are a few humans in this world called blazers, with the ability to manipulate their souls to form powerful weapons. These people study and train at the prestigious Hagun Academy to become mage knights. Among the students is so-called failure 𝐒ᴇɪᴜᴇ, the only F-rated blazer. Sucks to stand out as the only loser. However, as the ecchi gods would have it, the worst student in the academy sees Stella, an A-ranked blazer, who also happens to be a princess, naked. She challenges him to a duel with dire stakes. The loser must become the slave of the winner. A classic ecchi harem plot twist, which ends not so shockingly. All in all, Chivalry of a Failed Knight is a very entertaining show with nice animations, so it's okay to admit that you like it. I hope you enjoyed this list as well as got introduced to new shows, and if you did, then leave a like and share with your buddies, and like always, subscribe and turn on notifications. Until next time, try to keep the comment section wholesome.
All on me.